Welcome to Auto Turbowheels. Today we're diving into something bold, unexpected, and nostalgic, the 2026 Plymouth Volare Roadrunner. Yeah, you heard that right. The name you thought had vanished into muscle car history is back, and it's got a whole new attitude. The original Volare Roadrunner from the late 70s was a weird blend of Mopar muscle and emissions-era compromises. Not quite the fire breather of earlier Roadrunners, but it still held onto some street cred. Fast forward almost 5 decades, and Chrysler, now part of Stellantis, is making a big move, bringing back a nameplate that most of us didn't think would ever see the light of day again. But here's the twist. The 2026 Volare Roadrunner isn't just a throwback with a badge slapped on it. This is a performance-first, retro-inspired electric muscle car, and it's aiming straight at the EV Mustang, Dodge Charger Daytona, and yes, even the Tesla Model 3 Performance. It's Mopar going modern, and it's going hard. First off, let's talk design. This thing doesn't look like a modern crossover masquerading as a muscle car. No, the 2026 Roadrunner has some serious old-school DNA. Sharp body lines, wide stance, low roof. The front end features quad LED headlamps with a blacked-out grille that pays homage to the original 1976 model, while the rear has this fastback profile that just screams late 70s. Even the paint options are wild. Plum crazy purple, panther pink, and of course, Roadrunner orange. And yep, there's a Roadrunner cartoon decal on the rear quarter panel. Chrysler knew what they were doing. They didn't just revive a car. They revived a vibe. Underneath all that style is some serious hardware. The new Roadrunner sits on Stellantis St. Large platform, the same modular EV chassis that underpins everything from the next-gen Charger to upcoming Jeep and Alfa Romeo models. In the Roadrunner, it's tuned for street dominance. We're talking dual electric motors, one front, one rear, for full-time AWD. Output, 690 horsepower and 620 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 in just 3.1 seconds. Top speed, electronically limited to 155, but it gets there way faster than you expect for something that looks like a cartoon car brought to life. Battery-wise, it's running a 108 kWh pack with an estimated range of 310 miles. It supports 350 kilowatts DC fast charging, which means you can juice up from 10% to 80% in about 22 minutes, assuming you've got the right charger. Inside, it's where things get futuristic. The interior mixes retro details with bleeding-edge tech. The dashboard is a minimalist digital layout with throwback-style gauges that mimic analog dials, but all digital. The infotainment system runs Stellantis' latest Uconnect 7 software on a massive 15.6-inch screen, with wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and full over-the-air update support. The seats, deep bolstered with optional houndstooth fabric, a nod to classic Mopar interiors. And yes, there's even a beep beep sound effect you can trigger from the steering wheel. Pure fan service. Now let's talk about sound. One of the biggest questions with electric muscle cars is how you recreate that visceral experience of AV8. Chrysler's solution, an active sound generator called the eRunner Pulse. It blends synthesized audio with actual drivetrain harmonics to create a sound profile that changes with throttle input, load, and drive mode. It doesn't fake a HEMI, but it gives you a performance soundtrack that feels raw and real, not just speaker tricks. Handling is tight, with a new adaptive suspension system that can stiffen up in milliseconds. On the track, the Roadrunner is composed and balanced, with torque vectoring giving you that snap-you-back grip out of corners. On the street, it's surprisingly livable. Road noise is low, the ride is firm but not punishing, and the regenerative braking is smooth and adjustable. Pricing starts at $58,900 for the base GT trim, but the fully loaded, Superbird edition, tops out around $72,000. It's not cheap, but nothing in this segment really is anymore. And with the performance, styling, and that nostalgia factor, it makes a compelling argument. So what's the verdict? The 2026 Plymouth Volare Roadrunner is more than just a retro badge. It's a signal. Chrysler isn't just coasting on memories, they're rewriting the rulebook for American muscle in the electric age. And this time, they brought the attitude, the speed, and yes, the cartoon bird, too. Thanks for watching Auto Turbowheels. Hit that like button if you're into modern muscle, and don't forget to subscribe for more breakdowns of the cars bringing heat into the EV era. Beep beep.